I used to think like by 30, I would be a super mature person and have all my life figured out, know exactly what I want. Turning 30 doesn't mean you stop growing or stop dreaming. In fact, this is the perfect time you step into the most authentic version of yourself. Here's something I've been feeling recently. 30 is literally not the end of something, but the beginning of everything. I know, like 30 feels like a milestone. For some of us, it's a time where we panic and thinking, wait, I'm supposed to have everything figured out by now. People surrounding you are pressuring you, and you feel like your life is passing by. You can't help but compare yourself with people you went to school with and wonder if you should be doing more, achieving more, and look more like you have it all together. I admit that I was quite nervous for turning 30 when I was like 27 or 28. But now that I'm really about to getting 30, I'm quite looking forward to it because I enjoy it quite much. Today, let's talk about the reality of turning 30 and why it doesn't have to be looking back of what you haven't done, but to take control of what happens next. First of all, let's talk about pressure. I mean, how many of us have been conditioned to believe that by 30, we should have everything figured out, that you need a solid career, a family, or a stable relationship, a house, and maybe kids. And if you don't, something must be wrong with you. And people around you will start to judge. I used to feel that strong pressure too. When I was in my early 20s, I'd always look at others who's like kind of successful or in a stable relationship or got married, just seems like have everything together, and think, what is wrong with me? Why am I so unlucky? Why don't I have it all yet? And I was like kind of constantly questioning myself. But then later when I grew older and things start to happen to me, I slowly realized that life really doesn't have an age limit. Just because someone else's journey looks perfect, it doesn't mean yours are not. Everyone's life is different. You're allowed to take your own time, and you're allowed to redefine your life however you like. Here's something I've learned. The fear of turning 30 is actually, at least for me, not about the age itself. It's about the fear of getting to the unknown. I used to think like by 30, I would be a super mature person and have all my life figured out, know exactly what I want. Let me tell you something I've realized over the years. No one has it all figured out, no matter their age, not even your parents or grandparents. We are constantly learning, constantly evolving, and constantly growing. 30 isn't some magical number where everything starts to make sense. The beauty of turning 30 is that you become brave. You realize that life will still get mess, but you know that life is just as beautiful when you embrace the mess and the journey. So if you are thinking about turning 30 and getting lost, there's something you should remember. You don't have to have everything perfect. You just need to start and enjoy and experience. Now, let's talk about redefining success. Growing up, I've been told that success meant a perfect career, a perfect partner, and a perfect life that everyone else would envy you about. But as I've gotten older, I start to realize something really huge. Success looks so different for everyone. Someone wants to get married at early age and get kids, but someone else wants to have a career. And for someone else, they just want to live a stable life. And for me, I think when I was young, working a 9-to-5 job and have a predictable path was my dream, was my success. But now it doesn't hold the same weight anymore. Success isn't about fitting in the mold. It's about finding out what makes you happy and finding the peace in your own story. We don't need to follow everyone's expectations. Instead, we should create a life where we wake up excited, where we feel empowered to build something meaningful on our own terms. Here's another truth. It's never too late to start anything new. You might look at others and thought, I'm already so behind. I haven't done it when I'm in my youth. It's already too late. But let me remind you, there's always time to start again. There's always space to rewrite your story. If you feel stuck, like you've wasted years, I get it, because I used to feel that too. Instead of beating yourself up for the past, you should focus on today. I started by taking small steps towards what I want. Reading books on things I'm passionate about, starting this YouTube channel even though I'm not sure if anyone would watch, learning new skills, starting small and not waiting for the perfect timing. I know it can be super frustrating when you are turning 30, but your life is nowhere near to what you thought it would be. But it's okay. Just take one step toward what you want today. You'd be really surprised of how far you can go with just a little tiny changes. Finally, let's talk about embracing the better version of yourself, especially as you approach this milestone. Turning 30 doesn't mean you stop growing or stop dreaming. In fact, this is the perfect time you step into the most authentic version of yourself. For me, I've got the courage to finally stop caring what other people think of me, to stop living for other people's expectations, and embrace my quirks, my journey, and my individuality. I've stopped comparing myself to others and started really create my own story, my own path, and listening to my heart, becoming the person I want to be. As I get closer to 30, I feel more empowered to be me without any apologies. I stopped waiting for the right time and stopped judging myself, but started embracing that I'm always evolving. So if you are feeling the weight of turning 30 or maybe 40, 50, and all the doubts, fears, and shoulds that come with it, know this. You're just getting started. Every day is the birthday of the new version of yourself. Your 30s, 40s, 50s aren't a deadline. It's a new chapter. The years ahead of you are filled with endless possibilities, and you get to decide where the next chapter takes you. Remember, you don't need to follow anyone's timeline. You're writing your own story on your own time. Let's not fear turning 30 or 60. Let's just celebrate it. Embrace it as it's the beginning of something amazing. If this resonated, remember to subscribe. This is Vivi. See you next week. Bye-bye.